My name is Gary Butterfield, he, him.
My name is Kay Ross, she, her.
And you're listening to Watch Out for Fireballs. It is a Games Club podcast.
And this week we're talking about F.E.A.R, First Encounter Assault Recon, which is a first-person shooter developed by Monolith and published by Vivendi for PC in 2005.
The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind. First Encounter Assault Recon.
Yeah, First Encounter Assault Recon of the Unknown.
Yeah, it's it's both first and it's recon.
Mm-hmm.
And they do encounter, but don't worry, they assault.
Yes.
This episode was executive produced by Sam. Big thanks to Sam.
Thank you, Sam.
And it is our premium episode for October, which means everyone's going to get these generalities. Patrons at $5 and up are going to get the entire episode. It's also a day late. Sorry about that. That's on me. Mm-hmm. Appreciate everyone's understanding.
Yeah. Let's talk about this game. So in this game, you play as somebody known only as Point Man. You're an operative for First Encounter Assault Recon unit. Think Supernatural SWAT kind of deal. Yeah.
Did you read about how in the original version of this was more of like a Supernatural SWAT where each person had a superpower?
I did not see that little detail. I saw some other stuff like previous versions of the story, but not that one.
Yeah, it used to be like you were just one of several people who had like superpowers, which I think would have been pretty fun.
Oh, that would have been great. Yeah. No, instead this is just soldiers, but what if one of them was really fast?
You know, one of them super soldier.
Yeah.
Point Man also sounds like, it reminds me of like Jumpman. Mm-hmm. Like it would have been like Pac-Man's original name, as you collected points.
Raise your hand so I know you pointed at you.
Exactly. Well, we can or stand up. You're trying to get a guy named Paxton Fettel. One of those perfect names that like he could have been the villain in Speed 3.
All of the names.
Like a made up name.
Gary, all of the names in this are fucking wild to me. Armasham.
Yeah, Armasham. Yeah, even the Point Man is very funny.
Mm-hmm.
I like this game generally. It is impossible for me to take this seriously.
Oh, no.
And part of it's the second time I played it, but like it's just very funny.
Mm-hmm. But Paxton Fettel, the man with the perfect name, is the psychic commander of an army of replicants, trying to create the perfect, the perfect squad, perfect cohesion. But he's gone on a rampage after escaping captivity.
Yes. And this is a first-person shooter. It plays similar to, a first-person shooter for the era. I would say like first-person shooter for the era plus.
Mm-hmm.
Your tastes are going to vary whether that's in your wheelhouse or not. This is a really good example of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Monolith game. They know how to make games. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the basic mechanics of it are just kind of out of the box. It's executed really well.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where, again, tired observation, but like, if you like doing the things you do in this game, you will like this game because it's a good version of it.
Yes.
It's not going to convert you if you don't like doing the things you do in this game.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things.
Yeah. Everything about it is really solid, except for the tone. I had a real Blue Cars kind of moment because I sat down. I had forgotten that Monolith made this. So I was like, oh, this is really solid. I want to look up who made this. And I saw it was Monolith. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, no, literally every shooter from between like 1997 through, I don't know, 2006. It was Monolith. They were responsible for it. If you have fond memories of a first person game from this era, you're probably thinking about a Monolith game.
Yeah, they're monolithic.
Mm-hmm.
So we got a lot of genre standards here. You can carry 3 weapons at a time. You have a couple of small throwable explosives. We'll talk about those. I love the grenades in this.
Yes. Yeah.
And the size of the weapon you're carrying changes your movement speed. Kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a tactical decision within.
Yeah. Alongside a tactical decision with the melee system in this game. This is no Breakout or Chronicles of Riddick. Sorry, Breakdown or Chronicles of Riddick. However,
it has very little in common with Breakout as well.
Yes.
Like there's nary a falling ball.
You do destroy a lot of bricks in this, but it's coincidental. Yeah. But at any time you can do a melee attack. Heavier weapons will do more damage when you whack somebody with them. Mm-hmm. And this is not communicated very well. But if you holster your weapon, you can do move very quickly, perform some melee combos, but also do some instant death stealth attacks.
Yeah.
Like jump kicks and sliding tackles. This is a really kinetic game.
Those feel really good too.
Yeah.
They're a really nice opening move when you get the drop. We'll talk about that as well. Kind of the gimmick to this is you have reflex time, aka bullet time. This, which time slows to a crawl, and you react to things really quickly. A thing about bullet time that's interesting is that it's so rarely is it the original bullet time in the Matrix. It was just to show off.
Yeah.
The people in the Matrix did not move faster. It was just to kind of show different angles of what was happening.
Yeah.
Bullet time, as we understand it as a power-up, requires your character to not move slower, at least in terms of aim.
Yeah.
So this idea, it's very fun to think about the point man, time slowing to a crawl, and his torso swiveling like mad. He can't move very fast, but he can turn his head and his gun at Quicksilver speeds.
Yeah,
during this, but it is a superpower. It's played as just kind of reaction time later in the series lore. It's literally a superpower.
Yeah,
but it allows you to slow everything down so you can aim, faster than your enemies, basically.
Yes. And helps you react to bullets. Something that is weird about this is this is the game where weapons that otherwise would be hit scan or projectile, which is leads to you ends up with you needing to lead shots and stuff like that, which is kind of strange. The most use that I got out of this was situational awareness. Right.
Okay.
There's so many situations where you start combat and enemies are shooting at you kind of from all sides, and just that ability to look around and figure out how to have those few extra seconds to prioritize your attacks was really helpful in this.
Yeah. Yeah. And squeeze off a couple of shots when you find the person. It's weirdly a weird little network coincidence. Making every weapon projectile and using this is kind of similar to Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, using celerity at max speed.
Yeah.
You can dodge bullets and you see them and they're not hit scan. You get about 6 seconds of this at max. This will automatically recharge, like the cum in Point Man's balls will recharge as a refractory period, refills. And you can get pickups that will expand this meter. To allow for more cum. There are also health pool enhancers as well.
Yes.
Explode. I don't know. I'm sick.
Yeah, you're very sick. Yeah,
I'm very sick. Leave me alone.
Exploring in this, you're rewarded quite a bit. This is a fun game to poke around in, specifically because of those permanent upgrades that you get.
Yeah, you definitely get a reward. We'll talk about, I think it falls down a little bit in terms of the environments.
Yeah.
Exploring those, but.
Yep. So everybody remembers the reflex time, but when this game came out, the thing that really had everybody talking, it is wild to think that this was 20 years ago, was the enemy AI, which was fucking mind-blowing at the time.
Yeah, it's a sea change. There are talks about it. You can go on YouTube and find AI dorks, AI before it sucked, good AI, talking about how this was, again, literally a sea change.
Yeah.
It's this objective-based AI is kind of the idea, rather than, the way AI basically works in a video game is that the AI, the enemy will check for certain states that your character's doing. So if A will do B. And you make that long and complicated enough and you have Sword Saint Ishan.
Yeah.
It's why when you're doing a boss fight in Dark Souls, you can sometimes trick one of them into doing the same move over and over. The big innovation this did that it was carried forward and one of the first games to do it was the enemy would have a desire, and then it would have a lot of different options it could choose from to achieve that desire. So the enemy would say, okay, the point man, he's throwing grenades. I need to get in cover from a flanking position. And then it would look at all of the options available and choose them.
Yes.
Here's how I get her over this. Should I send my squad mate over there, et cetera, et cetera. It's something that's very easy to take for granted.
Yeah.
20 years ago, though, it's pretty nuts.
Enemies seeming to have situational awareness as opposed to just trying to get to a clear line of sight and maybe hide of their reloading was spooky.
Yes. And it still holds up pretty well. It's neat. The way that people act in this. They do it. I think you can still kind of feel it.
Yeah.
For a game 20 years old, it still feels pretty impressive in terms of that.
Just in terms of like the wide number of things that enemies will just decide to do, right?
Yes.
And how they're constantly reevaluating. Like, they're always trying to flank you. And what's neat about this is like my understanding of how they came up with the AI system, was kind of like they did it kind of by accident. As they were trying to tune the level design and stuff. Yeah. And there's like all kinds of other stuff too here, like that just also felt neat. I don't know if this is the first game that did it, but this is the first game that I remember doing it. Enemies will spot your flashlight.
Yeah. They won't just assume, there's a lamp walking down the hallway they don't need to worry about. It's the guy from Pixar again. Kill him. Yeah.
Before he stomps our eye. Yeah.
Before he touches our hearts, kill him.
But yeah, they'll call out their moves. And they'll also get scared shitless when you enter reflex time.
It's because your torso's wiggling wildly. You look like a Ringu. You look like a Gamebryo engine asset freaking out.
Yep. It's just very fun when you do that and they go, oh no, he's so fast.
Yeah. It's very funny for that.
Yeah.
So it's good. Again, something that games now do.
Yes.
But it's worth recognizing the first one to do it. The big contrast for this in terms of like the kind of border it's on, I would say is like a Doom.
Yeah.
Where enemies walk towards you. These enemies do other stuff, bust out windows and things to get cover. It's neat.
Yeah. And other games could fake it really well. Right?
Yes.
But
not faking it. The other thing that I think is really kind of remarkable about this game is that you're pretty fragile even with your superpowers.
Yeah.
You can get health upgrades, but you cannot just stand there and take bullets in this. Like you take more bullets than I can take. Yeah. It's still a video game, but you're not, invincible.
Right.
So the way they kind of counter this is you have your super speed, and then you have the fact that you are almost always getting the drop on the enemies. Not always, but almost always you stumble into an area where the enemies are searching for you. You see them before they see you, and you have a degree of control of how you start the encounter.
Yeah.
It's a kind of encounter design that I think is really neat.
Yes.
The levels support this as well. In a way that can be frustrating as well, where like you spend a lot of time backtracking or trying to make a way forward, and you just end up going in a loop.
Yeah.
These are for combat is the way that they're designed. So you are in these close quarters that are tightly knit. So you can do hit and runs, or you can see the enemy is looking for you. And if you decide I'd like to come in from the other side and flank them, you oftentimes can.
Yeah.
You can go through a window and try it a different way. Turn off your flashlight, go through and come in from a different angle.
Yeah.
It's neat. It's a really cool way of evening the odds, both in terms of like just giving your character superpowers, but also in terms of, because these are all clones controlled by the same guy, you have a little bit more wherewithal.
Yes.
Than they do, a little bit more creativity.
It makes you feel badass. It is not, like Metal Gear Solid 5 or whatever, where, you can completely prep or anything like that. But like within the context of this, what could be just kind of a standard corridor shooter ends up being, more open and more reactive than it has any right to be, really.
Yeah, it's not an open world. You're not in a big open sprawling level. You're in this very tight set of kind of entangled hallways and stuff that give you this different way. And I was impressed how late in the game I kept running into situations where I was like, this is kind of a neat encounter. I've got the drop on these guys, and I can, if I go up here, I can get higher ground. So they'll have a harder time hitting me. Things like that. We had to make those decisions quickly. It's not tactical in a traditional sense, but it's more tactical than, again, most corridor shooters. I don't know it would be like a very bog standard corridor shooter for this time, but I want to give this its flowers for not being that.
I was gonna say like Halo, but that's only certain levels. The big thing about that was the huge battlefield scenes and stuff.
Yeah, so, vehicles, spectacle, multiplayer.
But encounter design, very good. Like we said, a lot of my time in this was spent searching for the way forward, because these are, designed with multiple routes, to reach different enemies and stuff. I ended up doing an awful lot of, all right, are there dead people here? Okay, good. I've already been here. A lot of that kind of stuff.
The trail of corpses.
I almost felt the need for Minecraft torches. So I know okay, I always put these on the right wall.
A trail of breadcrumbs. Like a red string. Yeah. The worst part about this, and it contributes to this, is that this is maybe the most bland set of industrial spaces.
Oh my God.
It's so funny to do this next to Silent Hill 2. Which is you're just in industrial spaces. What kind of buildings are a bunch of rooms off of hallways? And then F.E.A.R is we got rooms off a hall. We got buildings with rooms off. Oh yeah, hallways.
Don't even worry about it.
Don't even. And the level of fidelity, and because you're not really meant to be paying attention to things, you spend a lot of time in office hallways that have nothing.
Yeah,
it's so hard to tell, to hang your hat on anything and understand where you are. And get any kind of sense of place. And it kind of sucks because these environments are destructible.
Yes.
In a way that's really neat. You have these big firefights and you're exploding the walls and masonry and every once in a while a computer monitor. But it's really just monitors and then sometimes warehouse.
Yeah.
We're absolutely in that zone. F.E.A.R 3, which is the only other F.E.A.R I played.
Please, Gary. F.E.A.R.
Yeah, F.E.A.R. Mathregan. Is the only other one I played, and that is not a good game. But one of the it takes place, one level is in a department store.
Oh,
that includes going into the back room during the stock, where everything is stocked. And I wanted so much more of that. I needed more things to be around and fewer hallways and rooms.
Yeah. There are 11 levels. They call them intervals in this.
Yeah. I was going to say, watch your fucking tongue.
Yeah. And but it's basically 4 environments is what it is. You spend at least 5 of them in a skyscraper of this military contractor that you're going after, right?
It's not a fatal flaw, but I think it is the weakest part of the game.
Yes.
Never enjoying where you're at is a real problem in this game.
Yeah. Definitely. I don't have any other. Oh yeah, no, the enemy variety. Sorry, that's what I was looking for. Down to lack of environmental variety. We also have a little bit of a lack of enemy variety. There are different kinds. Some of them are security officers. Just kind of cop looking guys. It is various different flavors of dudes in combat armor. Just special ops dudes. Tactically outfitted to the gills. If there's a distinction between them,
big or invisible, armored or stealth, they look very of the time. This is mid 2000s. They're bland. They're guys in dark armor, dark body armor. It's fine. Shooter enemy variety is difficult in a military shooter. I feel like, it's hard for me to think of a game that really nails that aspect. It's more you clear a bar to be adequate. And then you move on to other things.
Yes. Yeah. And at the end, you're still clicking on heads.
Yep. And just different kinds of bland heads. It's fine. It didn't bug me actively. I was ready to be done with this game by the time I was done with it. I feel that probably had more to do with the environment stuff.
Yeah. The multiplayer in this was really good. I played this. It was eventually like released standalone for basically anybody who had any one of these, any of like the expansions and
Any
stuff.
Perseus mandate?
Yes, any mandates Perseus, yes.
Yeah.
And really good. I got most of it secondhand by watching. This was a huge game for one of the level co-hosts, Moxie, when we were college roommates. They were playing it all the time. So I got to see all the cool shit, including like how they handled reflex time, because how do you handle time manipulation when a bunch of other people are perceiving the same time you are, right?
Yeah. How did they do it?
Only one person could have it, or only a team could have it, like one team, and it was activated for everybody all at once.
Okay. And it just slowed down everyone else's?
It slowed down everybody else's. Yeah.
Neat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the multiplayer is well considered. I think it was 16 player too.
Yeah,
which
was really
cool.
big. Yeah.
Aesthetically, this would have been really cool looking at the time. Mm-hmm. The way that gunfights explode the environment is new and super cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is still, that remains cool. It's not as new now.
Yeah.
By the time that would have been incredible. It is one of those things where now that's pretty common. Yeah. We do that.
Yeah. And when we say destructible, it's not like Red Faction destructible.
No, semi-destructible, I think is the word for it. Like stacks of paper will fall over, monitors and bits of masonry will blow up.
Yeah, they're doing stuff with particle effects, and like this was not like the first game to have normal mapping. I have no idea what that would have been, but like normal mapping where it could like show as opposed to just like a painted texture, actually show depth in the texture. Mm. That was like a big selling point for Doom 3. Here, having normal mapping not just as character models, but like as kind of decals or states reactive to where you could shoot was a new thing.
Yeah. And still cool once you are used to it. Mm-hmm. Nothing. The same magic trick twice isn't as cool. Yeah. But it's again 20 years old. People have lived and died in the span since F.E.A.R came out.
Yep.
The as is visually, it loses a little bit of its luster because of how samey and of its time it is visually. Otherwise,
yeah.
Like undecorated spaces, undecorated utilitarian spaces with guys in black body armor.
Yeah.
Almost exclusively.
I have nothing to say about the soundtrack in this, Gary.
One of the most perfunctory soundtracks we've ever heard. Like it does what it needs to do. Like if you look at the level names, you can be like, yeah, no, that is the soundtrack for a level called Retaliation. Like that does sound like Retaliation to me. Oh man, this one sounds like Infiltration. This one sounds like Penetration. This one sounds like Hydration.
Yep. And for the story is fucking ridiculous. It is delivered ridiculously. Paxton Fettel is a clown. Give me something in a sinister Nick Cage.
Yeah. Nick Cage would play him perfectly if they did a F.E.A.R movie.
Yeah.
For this. It's also one of the things is this is not even beginning to be the complete story. Mm-hmm. They really had some stuff they were doing with this.
Yeah.
This tells a long and complicated story over the course of its 3 games and many expansions through this.
Yes.
What is this doing in October?
Yeah,
well,
Gary.
The thing with F.E.A.R is that mechanically it is exclusively a shooter. They were trying to do a blend kind of thing with horror, though, where it ends up being very modal.
Yeah.
Where you have periods where it's like, okay, psychic badness is taking over. Fettel is manipulating you or whispering at you. So while you're walking between these hallways and gunfights, what if it was a hospital hallway flooded with blood?
Yes. And the next time, what if the ceiling was flooded with blood?
Yeah. And the ceiling is the floor. The lava is the floor and the floor is the ceiling.
Yeah.
All of this topsy-turvy shit. It's never integrated into shooting.
Never.
In a way. The breaking up the shooter thing has been something that like games try to do.
Yeah.
Having a pure genre fix is rare now. I generally like this, but once you know what's happening, it's a little bit less impressive, I think.
You are never in less danger than when this game is trying to be scary.
Yes. Yep. That's a good way to put it. It's also another way in which it's extremely of its time.
Yes.
Because the terror tropes that it is leaning on are ringus.
Mm-hmm.
If you are scared of ringus, like, what if there was a lady with long hair?
Yeah.
If that's the most terrifying thing in the world to you, this game will get you.
Right.
There are some jump scares in this that are very effective and very famous.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still cool.
Yeah.
You know, the ladder thing I still think is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Good trick. I am really over the long-haired girl.
Yeah.
As anything.
I mean, the scary movies were making fun of this like immediately, as far as like how saturated it got, like that particular kind of trope, the Samara kind of deal. Doesn't work for me. Cool imagery and stuff here, but yeah, like I need some. Okay, a game does not need mechanical like danger to be scary, right? Mm-hmm. But the mechanical danger and the scares, if they're going to be coexistent, need to talk to each other a little bit.
Yeah, it's best when they work together. Yes. And you could do it like this could just be fucking terrifying in between shooter levels. Mm-hmm. Like if it were scarier than it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's odd. If you read them talk about it, they're talking about how they did not want to just have a bunch of jump scares. They wanted this sense of dread. Yeah. And dread's really hard when you're a super soldier.
Yes.
Like the average super soldier gets so much less USDA percentage of dread in a day than they need because they can stop time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. It's hard to feel dread when it can slow down time and glitch out.
Yeah.
Aim at everything in the room at once.
For there to be any dread at all, like the situation needs to constantly be threatening to get worse or be getting a little bit worse, a little bit more overwhelming the whole time. Right. Yeah. And, you know, they talk about, hey, this is a psychological horror game. It feels like a very poor understanding of what would make something scary or why they found other things that inspired this scary.
Even though it's that, and then it's coupled with like a weird sense that there is a lot of passion behind it because it is a long story that you could tell they felt like they were really cooking.
Yeah.
With this. Unfortunately, the F.E.A.R story, once you get into the later entries, goes into some pretty gross tropes. I mean, it goes in some gross tropes here as well.
Yeah. I mean, like the spooky little girl at the end of the second one, I believe sexually assaults your main character.
Yeah, I think that's in
to
the
steal his power.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets his, or the baby's maybe born in the third one.
Yeah, the third one is her pregnancy.
Yeah, we're in teen MILF territory. Never a good combination of words. You know, not me. I wouldn't ILF. But you know, ILFing happens. Mm-hmm. It's weird. And it's maybe would have felt more fresh in 2005.
Yeah. This game began development under the working title Signal. And they wanted to make the players feel like they were the stars of a John Woo film. Because this was developed in the early 2000s. Of course, the lobby scene from The Matrix gets in there. And also, just as cliche early 2000s, is The Ring, though Monolith in their quotes are very, very defensive.
Yeah. We also watched The Grudge. Like Ju-on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. She's the little girl from The Ring.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't crawl out of a TV, but it's the same basic girl. You know? Very hard for me not to see that as you know, to see that as scary now.
Yeah.
The story they originally had planned out had another villain besides Paxton Fettel. Paxton Fettel was a toady, which I think makes a lot of sense. That's one of the toadiest ass fucking names.
Yeah.
Like what a vizier ass name that is. You know, but it used to not just have Paxton Fettel and the scary little girl Alma. There was a character named Conrad Kriege, who would have been Fettel's superior. But they ended up merging him into Fettel to make the story simpler. And that's why we get a sniveling little Fettel as our big bad, which is kind of fun.
Like he was going to be a lieutenant who could eat people to get their memories. Now he just eats people to be cool. Yeah,
he just enjoys it. He does it for the love of the game. It's one of the first things he does.
We talked about the AI system in this and the way that it worked. This was an extension of the No One Lives Forever series, the work they had done on that. Technology specifically is called Goal-Oriented Action Planning, or GOAP.
I love saying go up.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those gulp games. If you like gulp, you'll like this. So as we mentioned, enemies are constantly analyzing their environment, making decisions. They have 70 possible goals, which, in terms of like real life, like you can have a lot more goals than that. For a video game character in an office setting looking to shoot, that's a lot of fucking goals.
That's a lot of goals.
And then they would pursue those with 120 possible actions. So again, like I can do more than 120 things right now, but I couldn't name 120 things I could do.
No,
that's still pretty impressive.
Yeah, that well would dry up really fast. Yeah. So this involved less like direct, hands-on programming for like how encounters would go with their flowcharts and decision waypoints. That decision logic happens automatically. Also, instead of like navigating by waypoints that are scattered around, they're navigating based on nav mesh. Think like an unrendered, crude version of the level geometry. So they just have, positioning and stuff built in order to make their decisions, to give them more information.
Yeah.
This is the part that was like kind of on accident. Also on the expansions, they try a couple of times to like have you run into a group of enemies who are fighting each other.
Yeah, and it doesn't work.
No, not at all. Because this specific interpretation of this requires that they only have one target, which is you.
Yeah, it confuses them.
Yeah.
This idea of them navigating based on the level instead of waypoints is a powerful seam eraser. Like when you're playing a video game, and like think about, I compared everything to Dark Souls, but like enemy leashes.
Yeah.
Which happens in all video games. That's like a waypoint. That's a wall that an enemy can't walk by.
Yeah.
They're not looking at those. It's neat. You can feel it.
Yeah.
This was used in a lot of other games, including many that we've covered here.
Yep.
So like Stalker, Human Revolution, the Middle Earth games. We only did one of those, but like that one used it as well.
Yeah.
Again, it was a big sea change.
Yeah. So they announced this. People got excited immediately. And Monolith did something very funny in the run up. Did you read about this, Gary? In the run up to the game's release, they just had John Carpenter come around to events, and he would say, "Oh yeah, it's like playing a movie, dog."
Yeah, I love that, knowing that John Carpenter is a gamer too.
Yeah,
like John Carpenter liking your game, and just be like, "Hey, can we pay you to say that you like it?" Just to say it out loud. Yeah, I think is really cute.
And John Carpenter would consult on the cutscenes for F.E.A.R.
Yeah. Game sold well, reviewed really well. The initial PC release got an 88 on Metacritic. The console ports are a little bit less well liked, which makes sense. You want to aim with a mouse in this. There are 2 expansions in this, both developed by Timegate, Extraction Point, and Perseus Mandate. Perseus Mandate is an Electric Boogaloo subtitle. I love throwing Perseus Mandate at the end of things.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's
real
really
cellar door appeal. Yeah,
the Perseus Mandate. Listen, if you don't Perseus before you get here, you're going to fucking Perseus by the time you get here.
Nobody leaves on Perseus.
I will not take less than Perseus for an answer. These are both set kind of around and during the events of the first game, but the developer, Monolith, does not consider them canon. Because again, they're telling a serious fucking story.
Yeah. They gave up control, but not really. So this would be a minor series. F.E.A.R 2 Project Origin came out in 2009, and F.E.A.R 3 came out in 2011.
Excuse me, what's it called?
F.E.A.R.
Thank you.
Yep. And F.E.A.R is interesting. This was not developed by Monolith, but by Day One Studios. Prior to that, they mostly did board game adaptations. They made like all of the Axis and Allies adaptations for PC, and then the Mech Assault games, and now they print money with World of Tanks.
World of Tanks is one of the funniest game names.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that it has so much crossover, so you see YouTubers advertising for World of Tanks. A lot of fucking tanks. That does seem like a lot of tanks.
Tank World.
Yeah, man, what if everyone is a tank? Pixar is tanks. This is, I played this, I mentioned I played this with Derek. It's asymmetrical co-op.
Yeah.
One person is the point man. You have point man powers. The other person is the ghost of Paxton Fettel, and you possess enemy soldiers to fight.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very cool.
And it's fun. Like co-op is the cheat code to raise everything 2 letter grades. It is much more fun to play. And if you are a Paxton Fettel head like myself, and you enjoy his little sniveling quips, boy howdy, playing as him, you get his sniveling quips nonstop. It reminds me, playing that game reminds me a little bit of like the long running pitch I had of the Star Trek spinoff with Data's brother Lore and Q stuck on a shuttlecraft, where they just go, Capitan. Well, perhaps you are the chess master. If I'm the chess master, perhaps you are the board. Verily. And they just do that for eternity throughout the galaxy. They're both immortal.
Yep.
It's a little bit like that. It's just a lot of like, brother, dear, and that's the twist. Dear brother, it's a lot of that bullshit.
Yeah. That is the twist. It is hilariously transparent from the start.
Yeah. It's not a very much of a twist.
No, not at all. F.E.A.R sounds interesting. I don't know that I would have a co-op player to try it, and also it's not at the top of my priority list.
It also, if I recall, the other thing I remember about playing it is that it has like interminable fucking horrible boss fights.
Yeah. There's like cool shit that's like the fourth Damien movie kind of things in the story, from what I understand. Like Alma's like contractions cause like tidal waves and shit. Like the world is being destroyed. She is apocalypse pregged.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if that's cool shit, I don't. It felt gross to me at the time. Yeah. Like pregnancy is a rich vein for horror because it's a scary thing that happens to people.
It's body horror. Yeah,
it's body horror, but like it felt gross largely because it was a teen that had sexually assaulted one of my characters.
Yeah,
to get their super sperms. Like it kind of put a patina of gross on the whole thing to me.
Yeah.
So there's not any news for F.E.A.R right now. F.E.A.R's dormant. Like a cicada, it may come back anytime. Monolith has been dissolved, but Warner Brothers probably still, owns it. So the Animaniacs could make an appearance in the next one. So
or they'll take it out back and shoot like the master files for a tax break.
Yeah. Just because, the good, their art first.
Yeah.
That company. That is going to be the end of our generalities for this episode. If you're listening to this, thank you very much for listening. We appreciate you. Ordinarily, we don't do shout outs in our premium episodes. We're going to do one this time because it's somewhat time sensitive. I want everybody to go to the letters bd4pp.com. This is an annual fundraiser for West Philly's Mockingbird Meadows Community Garden and the Chicago Food Dispensary, or Depository rather. So it is a 24-hour live stream of horror related things. It's going to be on November 8th, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern. Zoe, a friend of the show, is doing it. One of our couple of Zoes, but this specific Zoe is doing it. And what a good cause.
Yeah. This is amazing. I love this.
Yeah. Food, government shutdown is going to stop people who need food from getting food. That sucks. So look for your community resources. They exist. Me and Liv are going to start donating to the local food bank in the face of that, with everybody here in Oregon losing their SNAP benefits.
Yeah.
And shit.
It's going to be especially terrible in Oregon. I mean, but like just like everywhere.
Retaliatorily. Like,
yeah.
Your people can't eat because I'm mad at you.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Big, dumb, wet asshole.
Yeah.
Like I hate him so much. So giving some money back to that is good.
Yeah. And they've laid out like what they need the money for, which is cool. Like they need gravel paths to make it ADA accessible.
Yeah.
They need like a battery powered pump for watering. Like this rules. I love this. Go and give to them.
Super good. So that's going to be November 8th. We might run a thing on it for next week too, just because I want people to do it because it's a really good cause.
Yes.
So if you have anything, it doesn't have to be as good. If you have something as morally justified, we're trying to one-up it every time, something more morally justified. If you have anything, if it's a project or product and you are any kind of disenfranchised person, send me an email at Gary@Duckfeed.tv. We'd be happy to shout you out.
Yes. If you're listening to this, it is too late to write in about F.E.A.R or any of the other games that we have going on, but it is not too late to write in about November's games, which are Monster Train 2, Unpacking, and Hitman Blood Money. That deadline is November the 15th. Go to duckfeed.tv/contact.
Yeah. I accidentally bought the remake of Hitman Blood Money.
Okay. I think that's the only one that's available.
Yeah, thinking I have the old one, but just thinking it was the one that was available for modern systems. That's going to have to be okay. I think it probably has some ease of use stuff.
Yeah,
added to it. But
I think that's the one that is like most readily available.
Yeah. So that one counts.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that. Next week, we'll be doing our dispatch and announcing the December slate. We'll also probably announce Duckstream at that point. That's coming up. That's in December. Look forward to that. What else? If we saw you at Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, big thanks. We saw you at the meetup or at the panels. Both the panels went really well. We guested on the Retronauts panel. It did really well. Our panel did really well. Really big crowd for us.
Yeah.
And people seemed to like it. And we weren't necessarily in like a prime slot.
No. We were opposite Charles Martinet.
We were against Mario. And to be fair, Mario did overflow into a room where you had to watch a video of Mario. So we didn't do that. But we had a fairly big room that we filled up about 75%.
Yeah.
Or anything, which is unusual for us and is pretty good. Like a good number of people.
Yeah.
And everybody seems to think it went well. There's a good chance you'll hear that panel. We recorded it and we might run that during Duckstream week.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's it, except for thanking our producer, Gwen.
Yeah, damn straight. I was going to say, somebody doesn't care about Gwen. Big thanks to Gwen.
Of course I care about Gwen. Go.
I know. I was just teasing.
Okay.
I'm sick. Leave me alone. Gwen's in Florida right now playing a festival.
Yeah.
So everyone wish her break a leg.
Yes. Yeah. You're always sick.
I am always sick.
It sucks. I hate
should
it.
talk to
I
a
think
doctor
about
it, and the doctor doesn't help. I do. I have a compromised immune system. I've got many medical issues that make it so I'm always fucking sick. It sucks.
Yeah. It's terrible. I hate it.
Yeah. It's not my favorite thing.
Not at all.
No. But my favorite thing is our patrons. Patreon.com/DuckFeed.tv. Also ratings, reviews. And we will see you next week with the dispatch.
Bye-bye.